Hey guys, Ms. Zarnowski here to walk you through some more skills check retake problems. This time we are looking at skills check 8.3, 8.4, and we're going to start with R1 here. And you were asked to identify which equation matched the graph you were given. So in this video, instead of just giving you one graph and having you match it to an equation, I'm giving you all 5 graphs and all 5 options so that we can talk about what the shapes of all graphs look like. So let's start with A. A says f of x equals the square root of x plus 1. It's a square root function, which means we need a graph in the shape of this. So that means we are looking at either the first one or the third one or the last one. Okay, the plus 1 is happening outside of the radical. It's coming at the end. So that's a vertical shift, and the vertical shift is true to what you see in the equation. So since it's plus 1, this means that the square root graph is being shifted up 1. And that happens in the very last option. So that makes the last graph option A. Okay. The second graph, graph B, or the equation graph for graph B, says f of x equals the square root of x plus 1. Now the plus 1 this time is occurring underneath the radical, and that means it's a horizontal shift. And horizontal shifts are opposite. So since it's a plus 1, this really means that it's moving left 1. Now that means just the graph is shifting left. Still the square root shape. So the square root shape that's been shifted left 1 but remains positive is the first option. So that makes option B the first graph. Okay? And then C, again, is a square root function, but this time it's got a negative sign in the front, which means it's being reflected over the x-axis so that it's going to appear to open down almost. And then again, the plus 1 under the radical tells us that it's a horizontal shift and that it's opposite, so that means it's the left 1. So the only square root function graph that's left is the third one, but you can see there that, first of all, it's been shifted to the left 1 and it's opening down, so negative. So option C is that third graph. Okay? That leaves us with 2 cubic root graphs, and they are pretty similar to each other. The only difference is one of them's been shifted right 1, and one of them's been shifted left 1. So they both deal with a horizontal shift. However, in D, it's a minus 1, and since the horizontal shift is opposite, that means it's been shifted right 1. So the cubic graph that's been shifted right 1 is the fourth graph. So that makes option D down here. And then in E, again, it's the cubic root graph, but the plus 1 opposite means left 1. So the cubic root graph that's been shifted left 1 is the second one here. So that makes this one E. Okay? So just to recap, make sure that you know a square root graph looks like this. The cubic root graph looks like this. Okay?